G'day, I'm Dr. Friday, and this is the Dr. Friday Show, and we're continuing how to tell you guys how we can make a change. We've talked about how 1 out of every 7 children in the U.S. are supposedly hungry. Well, we're here at the Nashville Rescue Mission with 2 very important people. We have Mary, who is over the women's side, and then we have Cliff, who is the media guy, the guy over communications, right?
They call me the mouth of the mission.
Go. We've got the mouth here. There's nothing more we need. And one of the things, I guess, guys, is we always hear about the mission, of course, is that you feed people and you clothe people, which you do, a fabulous job. But tell us a little bit, I'll let Mary, tell us a little bit more about the services that you offer on the women's and children's side.
Okay. When a woman comes in, she comes into our intake office, and we do an intake, send her to our chaplain, counselor, and find out what her needs are. And then we start from there, whether it's clothing, food, housing, daycare, just whatever her need is. And then we have a room called Bright Spaces where the mothers are congregated at and kind of stay while they're looking for jobs or if they don't have any place to go. But one of our best things is the Bright Spaces is where we have 8 rooms with boys that can be over 10 years old now, and the mother can come and bring her older children without having to go somewhere else. And then the next we have a education lab.
Tell me a little bit more about the education, because I think we've been going to several places, went to Gracework and things, and one of the things that seems to be missing in how we're going to change this so we don't continuously get larger and larger as a population doing what you guys have to do is education. So tell us how you guys are kind of changing lives that way.
Okay. Well, when they come in, they have to, be in school. We have tutors to come in. And they're allowed to get on the computers in the afternoon. We have for 2 hours, older to smaller. And then they can do homework and print it out just like any child that's in school and not have to try to find a library or fail,
Right, because they don't have the tools to do the things that you have.
So with these tools, they can get on, look up anything that they have to do in an essay. They can get tutoring on the computers, and we have tutors that come out and actually tutor them in their homework.
I think that's great, because I'm assuming they have a lot more stress. Let's be honest. When you're dealing with children that are having to be kind of in a transitional situation, are you finding their self-esteem is gone? They're not really looking at life in the same way that you and I, okay, well, we lost our job, we're going to go get another job, right? I mean, we kind of look at life maybe a little different. How does the mission help with rebuilding that?
Well, I'll tell you, the one thing, I mean, the kids going to school, when the school bus comes, a lot of people don't think about this. They're the first ones on the bus, and they're the last ones off the bus. So the rest of the children don't see where they're being dropped off. Those are little things that you don't realize. And, we often say, what it is that we do is to meet a person where they are and help them to get where God wants them to be. And that's for mom and dad. We want the kids to stay with mom because we feel like that's a better part of their recovery. But we're not here for the kids. We're here to make mom a better mom and dad a better dad so that the family can come back together and be a better family for the kids. And so it puts us in a situation that our main job really is to bring normal, whatever definition of that is, to the child's life so that that confidence does come back. I mean, for a lot of kids, especially around Christmas time and Thanksgiving, this is the best Christmas that they've ever spent, a real Christmas tree and Santa Claus and all those things. And so those are the elements. We provide daycare, for the younger kids. But for the most part, the job of Mary and all of her people and those at our Hope Center, which is our life recovery program, is to make life as normal as it possibly can be for kids arriving here with a life far from being normal.
I mean, obviously losing everything pretty much and having to start over is this thing. Now we have the typical mom, I guess you would say, that has children that just hit a bad spot in the road and has to come and get some help. But you also have transitional housing and things. I mean, is that the only kind of women, or what kind of, all walks? What do we help?
We help all walks of women with any type of issue, whether it be drugs, alcohol, or anything that has devastated them to bring them to the mission. Because when they get here, they're usually at the bottom.
Right. No matter what, you're at the same point with everybody, no matter how you kind of got that.
We're the safety net below the safety net. I mean, we were here for those that have fallen through the cracks. And from that side, we call it our life recovery programs because, be careful when you ask somebody around here, how you doing? Because just when you think you've heard the worst case scenario, there's going to be another one that pops up.
Okay, so now we know what you do. What can people that are watching this show that maybe feel like myself, I'm very lucky, I'm saying things have went well, I'm not on that side, but you never know when that can happen, and you want some place like this available for everyone. What can we do to help?
Best thing to do, I mean, of course, you can go to our website. Everything's listed on our website at NashvilleRescueMission.org. But, you know, we often say, you know, it costs $2.26 to provide a meal for a man, woman, and child. And usually that's all people hear. They don't realize it's the best investment, a return on earth. For, you know, for that $2.26, you provide a meal. And for many, a brand new life, a new start, you know. And
education and the religious support and the moral support along with that. That's not built into what we hear about with the feeding of the family. We all have to, I always talk about on my show with finance, we always do it in the kitchen, because the two things you have to do is eat, in my mind at least, eat and understand money, okay? Right. And the same thing, you guys are in the same thing. If people are full, they're more apt to be able to absorb the rest. The biggest worry is taking care. My children are hungry. My stomach isn't hungry. So going to the website to give, is there any kind of newsletters or anything people can get?
Well, if they go to our newsletter or to our website, they can sign up for our newsletter. If they decide that they are going to, you know, support us financially, that'll get them on our newsletter, our regular newsletter that goes out monthly, so they can keep up with how their money is supporting things here.
Great. Thank you guys for joining me. This is the Dr. Friday Show, and we want to thank everyone. And if you want to know more information, you can go to my website, which I will put a link to the Nashville Rescue Mission on it. It's www.drfriday.com.